Ryan, for those of you guys who are newer to whether the YouTube channel or you've never seen Ryan before, he's got his own YouTube channel, which you can check out, RT Forex. But on top of that, Ryan, you're primarily a technical trader. You spend most of your time trading currency pairs. Is that right? Are you more indices these days? What are you looking at most right now?
Whatever sets up really. So I always say I'm kind of purely technical, but I do use my risk sentiment in the morning, analyzing the SPX. So yeah, from my setups, I'm primarily technical based. I found when I did my back testing that I didn't know any fundamentals at this point in time, and I had good results, and kind of went from there. So it seems to work for me, as as we always say, it's whatever works for you, and that seems to work for me.
Absolutely. Well, Ryan, if we want to just pull up your screen here, we can start taking a look at whatever you'd like to look. I'll spend a minute or two just kind of chatting with you, and then I'll leave you to do your thing.
Sure.
What are we looking at today? What's kind of caught your eye?
So unfortunately, not that much today. I watched a stream just 20-30 minutes ago, just before I came on, and you're saying that a lot of these pairs are extended. For me, the pairs likes of Aussie yen, for example, if you bring up Aussie yen here, that's had really good moves over the past, you know, 5-6 days where we're getting markets that are quite extended and possibly a little bit climactic up at this area. So I personally was trying to find an entry down here. I couldn't get one in, and things seem to be moving quite well. There's a few things I'm looking at. Primarily, the first one is actually Bitcoin. So this is probably my I'm normally a London session trader, so obviously some of the pairs that I was looking at have kind of gone, but the one that I have my eyes on is this Bitcoin trade here. So which I think is quite interesting because I do consider this counter trend. In my mind, Bitcoin, in my mind, I was thinking Bitcoin just wants to touch this 30K mark, as a kind of key area of support. But I don't know whether that's going to happen now. We have broken, if I zoom in on my chart so it's a bit easier to see, we have broken this daily anchor here. However, I will consider it counter trend because we have come from a decent impulse and we could be in our simple trend theory of nice movement to the downside, corrective, and then we continue down. However, what I like about it is we are seeing some bullish pressure here. So, one of my favorite setups is a cup with handle, I call it, but it's essentially increasing pressure into an area. And we've kind of got this setup here with nice price action moving into the break of zone. So what I'm looking at here is essentially a breakout retest of this area, 20 period catch up for movement back up to this major resistance zone at 45. So I'd say that's probably my pick of the bunch today anyway.
That makes sense. So Ryan, I love the cup and handle pattern myself too. It's like really simple, right? You've just got something that's very strong. It's looking for that breakout. And then, so would you be looking for signs of a break and retest? And then obviously I think you're probably targeting that orange zone as kind of a take profit level. What would you be thinking stop loss take profit with that kind of idea?
Yeah. So normally with my trade, so what I'm looking for is I have two types of retest I like. The first one I call a steady state retest, and my second is my personal favorite, an ABC. By an ABC breakout, if this was our breakout zone, would be a kind of movement like this before continuation, right? It looks to be with the price action we're seeing now here, and if I zoom in again so you can see a little bit better, we're kind of getting that steady state retest or price acceptance above this area we've broken out on. So for me, I use, again, very simplistic things, this 20 period SMA to get me into trades. It's kind of as a visual guide to get me into trades at the right time. Because I often see, like we've seen back here, price does pull back to around that 20 SMA. So I'm looking for a 20 period catch up to digest this big bullish bar here on the break, and a catalyst, what I call a catalyst to entry, whether that be a simple hammer bar, engulfer bar, morning star, something like that, that tells me that this retest has been successful and it wants to move to the upside. Ideally, that catalyst also comes on increasing volume, and that for me would signal a good reason to buy this Bitcoin up here. In terms of take profits, I usually put 50%. So let's say, for example, I have a hammer bar here, I would buy this candle, my stop loss underneath, and take my 50% off at 1-to-1 risk reward, and then I just let the rest run as much as it wants to run. Let my winners run.
And when you say let it run, do you start trailing stops from there? Do you set a further out target? How do you handle, let's say it rallies up, you take your 50% off. How do you handle the rest of the trade, like specifically?
So I trail the swings. So if let's say we're here, I'm looking just to basically trail these swings. On breaks of highs, I consider that swing complete and just move my stop up, completing, and just, that's essentially the idea of just riding that trend up. Doesn't normally happen like this. I mean, I wish it did happen like this all the time, but that's the premise of my trade management.
That makes complete sense, and like you, I wish that happened all the time. It'd be really nice whenever you get the trade and then it just keeps going and going, and it's like the easiest trail to stop. That's the best.
In a perfect world, it does, right? But this unfortunately doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah, right, exactly. So very cool. Well, Ryan, I'm going to leave you to it, guys. Before I go, Ryan, how can people find you? You have a YouTube channel, you have Instagram, right? So how can people find you wherever you're at?
Yeah, I've got a YouTube at rt.forex. Close to hitting 1,000 subs, so if anybody likes my content, head over there. And
hey, let's see if we can get them to 1,000, guys.
My Instagram's the same, rt.forex as well. Appreciate
awesome. That. Yeah, so guys, just search up RT Forex on YouTube if you'd like to hear more from him. If you're an aspiring technical day trader or swing trader when it comes to Forex, we've got something cool completely free for you. We're going to be handing out our technical analysis handbook, which comes with tons of strategies, techniques, entries, exits for you to check out and to try in your trading on a demo account, see if they work for you. All you have to do is use the link down below in the description, send the word handbook to our team on Telegram, and we'll send you a free copy. Again, all you got to do, swipe up, send the word handbook to our team, and we'll send you a copy of our technical analysis handbook, completely free.